Today, the Hatha Yoga that people are learning is not the classical form in its full depth and magnitude. The studio yoga that you see today is largely the physical aspect of the science. Just teaching the physical aspect of yoga is like having a stillborn baby. It is not only inefficient, it is a tragedy. If you want a live process, it needs to be transmitted in a manner that is inclusive of other dimensions of yoga. Hatha Yoga does not mean standing on your head or holding your breath. It is the way that it is done that makes all the difference. There was a time when I personally taught Hatha Yoga as a 2-day program. People would be overwhelmed with intensity of these programs, tears of ecstasy would flow simply with the practice of asanas. Why doesn't this happen more often? Simply because Hatha Yoga is being imparted as an end unto itself, rather than as a preparatory system. Consequently, while the Hatha Yoga in the world today brings peace for a few, health for others, it is unfortunately a painful circus for many. This may be fine for someone whose aspiration is only peace and health. But you're looking at yoga as a means of transforming yourself into a receptive possibility beyond 5 senses. The Hatha Yoga needs to be approached in its classical form. Sadhana. Look around, among your family, co-workers and friends. Can you see how everyone has different levels of perception? Just observe this closely. If you know a few people who seem to have a greater clarity of perception than others, watch how they conduct their body. They often have a certain poise without practice, but just a little practice can make an enormous difference. If you sit for a few hours a day with your spine erect, you will see that it will have an unmistakable effect on your life. You will now begin to understand what I mean by geometry of your existence. Just the way you hold your body determines almost everything about you. Another way of listening to life is paying attention to it experientially, not intellectually or emotionally. Choose any one thing about yourself, your breath, your heartbeat, your pulse, your little finger. Just pay attention to it for 11 minutes at a time. Do this at least 3 times a day. Keep your attention on any sensation, but feel free to continue doing whatever you're doing. If you lose attention, it doesn't matter. Simply refocus your attention. This practice will allow you to move from mental alertness to awareness. You will find the quality of your life experience will begin to change. Downloading the cosmos. Until recently, after every storm, you had to go up to your roof and adjust your TV antenna. Only if it was aligned in a certain way did the world pour into your living room. Or else, as you were watching your favorite soap opera or football match, a blizzard would suddenly appear on your screen. The body is like that antenna. If you hold it the right way, it becomes receptive to all there is in the existence. If you hold it another way, you will remain absolutely ignorant of everything beyond the 5 senses. Here is another analogy. Your body is like a barometer. If you know how to read it, it can tell you everything about you and the world around you. Body never lies. So in yoga, we learn to trust the body. We transform the physical body from a series of compulsions of flesh, blood and hormones into your conscious process, a powerful instrument of perception and knowing. If you know how to read the body, you can tell your potential, your limitations, even your past, present and future. That is why the fundamental yoga starts with the physical body.